Story is amazing simply because it happened. I mean, it's hard to believe, but it's the odd story of the Russian hockey team. Now, this is when, again, for the sake of the younger people, the Soviet Russia was called the Soviet Union, and after the war, and it was a communist state and so forth. So, and they had a kind of a dictator there actually for the longest time, this guy Stalin. But anyway, moving along. On January 5, 1950, a small plane with the Russian ice hockey team, VVS Moscow, board had crashed near, I'm not even going to try to say that name, near Yekaterinburg. So the crash was the usual story in Russia. It was neglect due to the plane, low skills in flying the plane, low quality. The air fleet was all mixed together, and it just caused one deathly delay after another one. This time, the entire National Soviet hockey team, 44 young men, died in the crash. So Vasily Stoughton's son, among many, many others, he had a lot of jobs, Vasily. But he a lot of just no-show jobs because of who his dad was. His dad was running the country, the dictator. He was a little crazy too. So he's the team's manager on paper anyway. As it was, Vasily was already on the outs with his father. His father, I don't think, liked him very much. And that was a very dangerous place to be, especially when his father was this paranoid psycho. He was a mass killer, by the way. So Vasily got scared. He didn't know what to do. So Vasily did what anyone in this case would do. He didn't tell his father about the 44 deaths. Vasily had his own fearsome reputation for being more than just a little nuts, and he kept the story out of the newspapers just based on his personality. If he told you don't print it, you didn't. So he had bodies from the crash buried in a mass grave near the crash site. Since sooner or later he would have to explain what happened to the team, the team's next game was in 2 days. Vasily found, listen to this, players who had the exact same last names as the dead player. He then secretly ordered the press to publish news about the team using only their last names. This actually happened. Can you believe this? Remarkably, the team he slapped together in 24 hours won the next game. They ended the season in fourth place, and they won the next three championships. After Joe Stoughton died in 1953, the team merged with CDKA. I don't know what that is. CDKA. Anyway, a month later, Vasily was arrested. His dad is gone. They can't protect him anymore. He was judged as, quote, an enemy of the state and its ideology, and he was placed under house arrest. He died in the early 1960s due to the effects of alcoholism, which is sort of sad.